everyone, I'm going to show you how I make my classic granny squares, this, and how I change my colors. You can make a granny square in solid color, and what I have here is I have a 3 colored acrylic yarn. These are my yarn that I use. This came from a local supplier in Baguio, and I have here a mint color, maybe lilac, and a powder blue. Tutorial or maybe ways to create this classic granny square, but what I'm going to show you is how, or my style and how I do it. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to create our slip knot. This is how I create my slip knot. And then we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to slip stitch on the very first chain. I'm not going to turn my work, but I'll just continue like this way, and then I'm going to chain 2. I only chain 2 instead of 3, which is the usual for a double crochet, because I noticed that when I chain 3, I kind of have a space between my starting chain and the next double crochet. So I usually chain 2 only, and then double crochet into the ring. So with my tail end, I'll just put it this way, so it will be tucked on my work. Okay, double crochet, and then another double crochet into the ring. So that's our first set of double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3. Our starting chain 2 will be our first double crochet. So we have 3, and then after that we will chain 1, and then we'll create another set of 3 double crochet. So basically you're going to have 4 sets of 3 double crochet on the first row. Okay, 1, 2, wait. Okay, we have 1, and then 2, 3, and then another chain 1, and 1 double crochet, 2, 3. We already have 3 sets, so we're going to create another or last one more set. So chain 1, 1, 2, 3. We already have 4, so after that we're going to chain 1, and then I'm going to slip stitch on the very first chain here. This is my very first chain. you will see here 3 chains at the top. 1, 2, 3. Not the chain that is what's this, a chain that is horizontal, I mean vertical, but on the chain that is horizontal, the first chain, the very first chain, I'm going to slip stitch it there. And then chain 1 more, and that's it. We'll snip our yarn and tighten this one. You notice here that our ring has gone quite big, so we can pull this to make it tighter. So we're done with our row 1. So next we're going to take our second color, which is the powder blue, and then I'll just find the chain space, and I will start there. Any chain space that you have, because basically the chain spaces are your corners. So I'm going to start here, and then I'll secure this one by creating a knot this way. In this one I'll tuck this again. I'll hold my yarn like this, the tail end, and then again I'm going to create my 2 chain as my starting chain. 1, 2, and then double crochet in the chain space from the previous row that we have, and then another one. So I have my 3 set already, and then I will chain 1, and I will make another 3 double crochet, or another set of 3 double crochet on the same chain space that I have here. So 1, 2, 3. And then I'm not going to make any chain, but I'll just continue to make another double crochet on the next space here. I'm going to skip my 3 double crochet, and I'm going to make another double crochet here on the next space, chain space. 1, 2, 3, and then chain 1, and then I'm going to do my another set of double crochet in the same chain space. 1, 2, 3. So between my corners I'm not creating any chain, but only between my 2 sets of 3 double crochets, because this is my corner. The next double crochet in the next chain space, chain 1, same chain space, and 3 double crochet. Okay, 3, and then my last one. With this, I'm also going to tuck this on my double crochets that I'm going to make. So I have my yarn this way, and then 1, 2, 3, and then chain 1, 3 sets, same chain space, 3 double crochet. Oops. There, 3, and with this, just the same, I'm going to slip stitch on the first chain here, this way, this one, So before you chain, this one, before you chain, you will have 3 chains at the top. 1, 2, 3. So the very first, I'm going to slip stitch it there. And then chain 1 more and slip our yarn. So we're done with our second row. So my tail ends or top, this one, it's stuck on my double crochet. So for our third row, which is our last color, we're going to use this yarn. Basically, you can start any chain spaces on any chain space that you have, which is in our 4 corners. We have a chain space here, 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 here in our corners, and we also have spaces here in our sides, even though we don't have chain spaces there, but these are spaces on our sides. So you can start on the chain spaces on the corner and the chain or the spaces on the sides. But for me, I prefer to start on the chain spaces or the space which is quite farther from my end. So I'll try to start here. Just the same for what we did in our second row. I'm going to secure our yarn this way. I'll make a knot and at this tail end I'm going to tuck it again this way, and then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and for the spaces that is on our side, on our sides, 4 sides, we're going to create 3 double crochet there. Our chain 2, which is our beginning chain, will be considered as our first double crochet. So I have 3 double crochet here, and then I'm not going to create a chain, but I'll just continue on my chain space here in the corner, and I'll create the double crochet, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3. Wait, this is quite big, I don't like it. I'll just change. 1, 2, 3, and then chain 1, and then another set of 3 double crochet in the same chain space. So when we are on our corners, we're going to create 2 sets of 3 double crochets and separate it with a chain space at the middle. But when we are on our sides, we're going to crochet 3 double crochets only. and then like this. After our corner, we have our side here, so we're going to create 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. There. And then without creating any chain, we're just going to go directly to another chain space and create our 3 double crochets. We are in our corner, and then we're going to chain 1 and 3 double crochet on the same chain space. 2, 3. So there. And then we are on our side. So we're going to crochet 3 double crochet. And now 3 double crochets. And then again, we're in our corner. So double crochet, 3 double crochet, chain 1, and another 3 double crochet in the same chain space. I'm sorry. Okay, there. And again, we are on our side, and my tail end is here. I'll have this one this way so that I can tuck it. 3 double crochet. 1, 2, next chain space, 3 double crochet, chain 1, same chain space, 3 double crochets, and then again we're going to slip stitch on our first chain here. Stitch, chain 1, and then we'll snip our yarn. Just tighten this one, and there we have our classic granny square in 3 colors. So you can make your granny squares as big as you wanted them to. All you need to do is repeat the pattern. Like on this side, on the sides of this square, you already have 2 spaces here. So for the spaces, for the sides, you're just going to create the 3 double crochets, like 3 double crochets here and 3 double crochets here. And for every corner, you're going to create 2 sets of 3 double crochets, and with a chain space in the center or in the middle. That's it. Thank you for watching.